Yes, my name's Rob Holmes. I was a master sergeant in the Marine Corps. Did 23 years um, in Iraq, Afghanistan, primarily Afghanistan. I did the advisor mission, which was a big, huge component in training the Afghan military and police in doing their role. We went over there, and I'm not sure if you guys. Sorry, I had technical difficulties. If she showed those pictures, I don't know if she showed the pictures or not, but if she did, um, it kind of just showed where I came from in terms of going over as an advisor team. Oh, there we. Oh, those are my other pictures. So this is where I deployed to. Which the gentleman sitting next to me on the stairs there. That's Ramin. He was a local interpreter. I'm not gonna. I don't want to dox him and tell where I was at and what I was doing and where I was from. In terms of him. So he got out of country. Um, but his family is not out of country, and that was back in 2011. Excuse me, 2010 is when I was over there. We came out in 2011. So, we promised them if they helped us that they would, our country and other countries would help these guys get out because they are the targets of just kind of, Naweed was kind of saying they're the most vulnerable in terms of the people that we have to worry about because, they've got they had bounties on their heads, high priced bounties on their heads to take them out because they're the one thing that was connecting the U.S. and the Afghan forces together. And without them, we couldn't have done this mission. So, we kind of owe it to them to get them out and get their families out because, I mean, there's nothing worse than you being separated from your family, living in another country and your family's stuck there where, you have a very extremist organization taken over. And that's something that, it kills us as the veterans of the community. And by the way, when she introduced me as VFW, I'm not representing the VFW. I'm just representing me as a veteran. Okay. So I just want to throw that out there. And the fact that, so that's one aspect of it. After I was done doing that, I became an advisor and instructor. Basically, everybody that was in the Marines that was going over as an advisor role for after 2010, I was instrumental in training them. And that's why in 2014 we were able to transfer that over to the Afghanistan forces, and they were doing well and holding their country and doing, they were doing their part. And then, but it still comes back to, this is just like Noweed said, this is how we left them. And it was kind of a bad situation that we left these guys in and these families in. And I had personal friends that not only over and I have no idea what happened to them. Because it's a country that's third world. It doesn't, I mean, they're finally getting cell phone technology, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they can contact us back in the States and let us know how they're doing and things of that sort. So right now we're left blind to know if all those guys I worked with, if anything has happened to them or their families. And then of course, we also have people back here, U.S. that we call them Tajiman, right? That's the term for we say it in Afghanistan, but that means interpreter. That they are U.S. citizens that went over there, helped, and came back, and then they still have families there. So I mean, we left these, we left them with a promise. And one thing, before I, turn this over to whoever comes on next, the Afghans is the one that gave us a saying, and they used the term shona bashona, and it means shoulder to shoulder. And we used to use that saying every single day when I was there. We'd talk and, it'd be like, yes, we're shona bashona. And, we were proud to be standing side by side with the Afghans. And now, we've left them high and dry and they're on their own, and it kills us, people that, put all our time and effort in terms of building Afghanistan up to what it was. So, we worry about these families and we pray for these families that they hopefully they can get out of there and we can reunite these families that, just like Noweed said, the people who worked, whether they're from the U.S. or they're over there and they were able to get out, but they weren't able to get their families out. We need to get these families back together. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, that's just, I mean, if you want to know from the service aspect, that's what I see. Um, as well as you had different roles over there, but if you were an advising role like I was, you never made a better connection. These guys, I'm going to tell you how loyal the Afghan people were. The border police I was with protected me with their lives, and they told me that they would never let a Taliban try to kill me. They would die before they would let them kill me. That's how much dedication these guys had. So I just want to throw that out there and kind of throw my piece into that. I hope that kind of shed some light into the perspective of not all veterans feel this way and not all military, but I'm going to tell you that when people like myself who had a vested interest in Afghanistan and were there for that purpose to help that country, it hurts us. And I really, to this day, everybody that I talk to that's an advisor, it really, really, it's killing them not knowing, whether someone, one of our friends' families, or it's a brother to me. They're my brothers and sisters over there, and I don't know what happened to them. So, I'll throw that out there, and I appreciate you guys. Let me speak. And if you guys have any questions for that, let me know, and I'll gladly answer some questions.